Alright, I'm back here with another video of, this is a cross I made, which is a little bit of a weird one. It's some Roebuck full reds to a couple of Pingu females that were virgin and a long dorsal black Moscow that was virgin. So see if I can get on the side here. Sometimes you can see their colors a little bit better and they won't freak out. So you can see the very long dorsal on the black Moscow. Now she just had a complete ton of fry. It's the first batch from her I've been able to get. She may have had babies before, and they were snacks, I guess. But I got them all this time. I'll show them next, or after this part. And this Pingu female, I think, may have had a few fry as well, which is really going to complicate things, and a good reason not to do a cross the way I did it with two different types of females. So I'll have to wait till they get a little older and I'll be able to pick out some different colors. It really was a screw up. I really thought that the two Pingus were going to drop fry first because they were so big, and unfortunately, well, one of them I got fry from about 2 months ago. I'll show those babies next. But I think this black Moscow female and possibly this Pingu both had fry today. Because there's just so many, I don't think it came out of one female. So what do turtles use to communicate? Shell phones. That's not good. Alright, so anyway, these guys are doing alright. These are the fry and my fingers. See if I can get to the side here. From, there's a snail. These are about 2 months old, and I'll try to zoom in a little bit. There's not too much color going on, but you can sort of see there's a little bit of color coming in on these tails right there. Now this drop was from one of the Pingu females and the full red male. Don't know why I had trouble thinking of that word. So I don't know what I'm going to get. Obviously I would have hoped for something different, like maybe a red panda, but I would have to do another cross to get the platinum gene into this to get anything near a panda. So this might just be a real mix-up of different colored fish. So I'll have to see what I end up getting. But at least I'm starting to see some color in the tail. So a few of them will end up being males. I can already see in the head area behind the eyes or above the eyes some of the Pingu color. So this could be an interesting cross. And it'd be even more interesting if I could keep them on the camera. So like I said, there's about 9 of them. I fed them some live baby brine shrimp, and I tossed in some frozen adult brine shrimp as well. So I mean, the females definitely look like Pingu with the color. Males that are going to be males just have like to me it looks like a yellow and black, and I don't know where that's coming from. So this one looks to have a little bit of red in the back body area as well. So we'll see what happens, and I'll show the new fry next. I'll see if this can focus on this little container of fry. One of the crosses I was doing of let's see, it was a full red Roebuck Red males to Pingu females. I got some fry from that. There's about 9 of them, I think. And finally today I got a huge drop of fry, and I mean huge drop, from the black Moscow long dorsal fin female I put in there. See if I can avoid spooking them, but you can kind of get an idea how many there are. I obviously I'm not counting them, I'm not crazy, but there's quite a bit, which is pretty amazing considering if she had fry before, They probably got eaten, and it would have only been a handful of them. But this is just an absolute amazing amount. I don't think the other Pingu female had a drop of fry as well, but I'm going to have to keep my eye on her and see just how chunky she looks tomorrow. So they're a little spooked now, the adults, because I did about a 50% water change in their tank and put in some aged water and moved these guys out because they would definitely disappear into their stomachs. I fed them some live baby brine shrimp, which you can see them going after, and their stomachs are starting to get pink. I have a good idea what I'll get from this cross. I think I'll get the things I've been calling a firetail black Moscow, but I'll have to see, because the last time I did the cross, I did it with a short dorsal black Moscow female, and this time I used a long dorsal one, and there are some different genetics in there, which was kind of evident by some other crosses I did with long dorsal black Moscow females. So we'll see. I'll try to get the other drop, which was, I forget when they were from. That was from the Pingu female, and I'll try to put that on the video as well. All right, I put this trio of red deltas I got from my friend Tony Anderson, and I put them in a small tank just because I like the way the male looked, and I wanted to definitely have him hit the two females that were in here. I did get some fry from them. Now I have to move the fry into a bigger tank. Actually, what I'm going to do is just move the trio into a 2.5 or a 5.5. And I'll just leave these fry in this tank because there's not too many, but I just like to keep the fry in a smaller tank at first. Gives them a chance to get to the food. There's quite a few in here, so that's going to be some more tanks that I've cleaned up, getting ready for the new fish, and I'm going to have to put something else in there. So that's going to be something to work on next. But these are nice. These are a little bit different than the Roebuck Reds, and they get a little touch of like a blonde color in them. So we'll see what happens, but I figured I'd throw them in here because I'm not sure if I showed them in the last video or if I didn't. All right, if turtle loses its shell, is he naked or homeless? I would say homeless. All right, let me show one other thing. And so as I was saying before, I've been trying to clear out some tanks for the new fish that are probably coming about a week from now, more or less. And I had set up the, I think it's 3 pair, a little over 3 pair of the Santa Claus guppy breeders. I think I did it on the last video, which was January 31st. And I took a look around the tank tonight as I fed them, and there is a boatload of fry in there already. So now I got to find a place for them. Yeah, which is a nice problem to have. It just means the fish are healthy and they like having babies. So I'm going to have to cut out the Marvin Gaye for these people for a while. All these fish, they're getting too prolific for the time being. So we'll see what happens with that, because I really have to find a place to put these babies. I have to get them out. These fish don't eat their fry, but there's too many in here. They're at the back of the tank, so it's a little hard to focus on them, but you can see right there, there's quite a few, and they were just born a couple hours ago. So one more thing to try to clear out. I got a couple other tanks, 5.5, so I can move some fish around and open up. So I'll probably have to do that, but I think I can show one other thing and then we'll be done. And these are the platinum red mosaic big ear guppies. I think this female just dropped a bunch of fry. See if I can get these guys on the camera here. They're very, very tiny. This is another issue where I'm going to have to clear out another tank, I think. Put these in because I like to raise the fry separate from the adults when I can, which is almost all the time. I can actually free up a tank. Now these are younger ones that I tossed in there, but these are ones that are just born probably a couple hours ago. So the weird thing is that female is completely cleaned out. Hopefully she bounces back, but this one is really squaring off in the front. So she's probably going to have some fry within a couple of days. You can see she's very gravid, and so I'm going to wait till she drops her fry and then just move the adults out and leave the young in this tank. So there is a male in here somewhere. Not sure where he's hiding. But so there's a lot of progress with fry in quite a few of the tanks that I just cleaned out. This is a very young male I put in there. And as you can see, they really don't bother the fry at all, which is good. So in this tank, there's some more of them, but it's primarily just males. I got to throw in a couple of females because I really don't have any in there. This one I think is sick, so she's coming out. I'm going to treat the tank, and after the treatment is over, then I will put in a couple of healthy females from one of the other tanks. So anyway, that's going to do it. That's one of the long fin males. Thanks for watching, and I'll have another video up in a few days. And happy February, and I hope everybody is still getting a mild winter, because so far it's mild here. And I think it's supposed to hit 60 here on Tuesday, which is really kind of ridiculous. So anyway, thanks for watching.